Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. Please like and subscribe the channel so you will get all the other videos, updated videos. I'm Aishwarya. This video is for class 5, subject environmental science, lesson 1, living world, part 2. In the previous video, you learned about living things and non-living things. What is that component or the characteristics that differentiate between living things and non-living things? We even saw that there are different characteristics of a living thing. The characteristics that you saw in the previous video was living beings are made up of cells. You saw what was a plant cell and an animal cell. Living beings respire. That was your second component. Living beings eat food. You saw how the food is prepared by plants and how animals depend on different plants for their food. And you saw living beings grow. What is growth? It is the increase in height and size of any organism is called growth. Now Now, the next part of the lesson is about living beings move. Of course, we all move. We cannot stay in one place for long time unless you are sleeping. Animals move from one place to another, and plants do not move from because their soil holds their roots. Movement in animals, there are special organs for this. That is different organs for locomotion, like the legs, the snakes crawl. All these things are the different organs for locomotion or the movement. Now, but plants cannot move because they are rooted to the soil. That is about the only movement that you can see in plants is that roots growing towards the water in the soil. It always, the roots on the soil grow towards the water in the soil. They go in search of water. That is why there are a lot of roots that go deep inside. And the other movement that you can see is the sunflower plant turning towards the sun. You all know about the sunflower plant. The sunflower, it always moves with the movement of the sun. As the sun in the sunrise, it is in the east, and how it goes to the west. Even the face of the sunflower moves from east to the west, from the sunrise to the sunset. That is the only movement in plants. Next, it is about living beings excrete. Now we all live, and as we all live, we all produce different unwanted things in our body. Animals throw out the unwanted things of the body in the form of carbon dioxide. How do we excrete carbon dioxide? Through respiration. Sweat. We all sweat when we are when it is very hot. That sweat is also another form of excreta. Fecus and urine is nothing but the uh, solid form and the liquid form of the waste that is thrown out of our body. This is common in all living things. All the living things need to give out that excess of food or the unused food in our body that has to be thrown out of our body. We cannot keep it inside our body. And in plants, they give out carbon dioxide during respiration. Now you all might have heard that um, plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. That is only when they are producing the food, when when they are making food, they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. But during night, when there is no sunlight, they also do the respiration and take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Now that is why it is suggested that you should not sleep under a huge tree during night, because there will be lot of carbon dioxide and we won't have fresh air to breathe. That is why you should not sleep under the huge trees in the night. And the other unwanted things like dry leaves, stem, rotting parts are also excreted by the plants. In the image, you can see that through small pores, the water is thrown out of the body of a plant. This is the excretion of the unnecessary water. This is nothing but unnecessary water which is thrown out from the plant body. Next, living being. Now you can all do one experiment at home itself. Take a potted plant and cover the plant with a plastic cover and tie it tightly at the stem portion. Even if you don't tie it, it is okay. Keep it in the sunlight for 1 to 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours or maximum of 3 hours. If you keep it this way, you can if you after 2 hours or 3 hours, if you observe the plastic cover closely, you can see that the water droplets have been are present in the plastic cover. Now this, when you can do at home any day. Please do try this. This shows that all the living things can do excrete. Next is about living beings reproduce. The process of an organism giving birth to the young ones which resemble it is called reproduction. Now you can see the cow and the calf. They all look alike. It is like this. It is the smaller version of the bigger man, or the smaller version of the bigger animal. The process of organism giving birth to the young ones which resemble it is called reproduction. Now, it is very important to reproduce for any living organism because they all depend on the next generation. When you grow old, we always expect our young people to take care of us, and they are supposed to take forward the further generation. Next, you can see the life cycle of a plant. We all know that human beings or different animals reproduce. Now, how do plants reproduce? You can see in the life cycle of a plant. First, when you plant a seed in the pot and pour water every day, small sprouts start growing, and first root will form and then the stem will form. Now leaf, stem, and as you can see in the third picture, leaf, stem and root are also started to form. This is the when this is called the sapling. This stage is called the sapling. They are very small. Now they grow big and they have flower. After the flower blooms out, it is pollinated and it becomes a fruit, or it can be a fruit or vegetable, anything. Now fruits and vegetables have seeds inside. Again, these seeds can be used to make the to take can be used for growing another new plant. This is called the life cycle of a plant. Life cycle, it keeps going, it goes round and round from the seed to the fruit, and then again to the seed. From the seed it found sprouts. From the sprouts, small leaf and stem roots are formed, and then it get flower, and then the fruit is formed. Again, from the fruit we get the seed. This is the life cycle of a plant. This is very important. You need to understand. Next is about living beings respond to stimulus. Now, when thorn pricks our feet, we feel pain. When suddenly, if you step on a stone, you can feel the pain. We have observed our body shivering in cold. When you're feeling extremely cold, your body starts shivering so that it becomes hot. Snake hisses in self-defense, and buffaloes getting into water to cool off during excess heat. This is one behavior of different animals. They go inside the water then when they're feeling very hot. So some insects bite us when we touch them. That is also a response to the stimulus. You are not we some animals are very aggressive. Animals shout. Like this, organisms respond in their own ways. Now, suddenly, if when you're going to touch, when you're going to touch a fire, or when your hand goes very closer to the fire, your hand you automatically pull back your hand. That is called your response. Usually they respond to the touch, heat, cold, sound and smell. We all have special organs to respond to these different stimulus. response given by organism to the surrounding stimulus. You can see here in the last picture, this is called the touch me not plant. It is called touch me not because as soon as you touch it, all the leaves will just close. Okay, that is how living beings respond to stimulus. Now if you beat a table, will it beat back? No. The same thing, if you beat a animal or if you beat your siblings, they will respond back. That is called the respond to any kind of stimulus in the surroundings. This also is a main characteristics of a living being.